Hello people, this is KP and I welcome to this 30th video of our Python series. So in this video, we are going to see about function. So what is a function? Function, I'm not talking about any celebration, nothing like that. I'm talking about in programming context, what is a function? So in Python or in any language, function is a group of statement. What is a statement? Something like print hello. This is one statement or some more statements might be there, and a function is a group of related statement that performs a specific task. Okay, so first let me write the definition of function. Function, I can say, is a group of related statements that performs specific task. Okay, so this is the definition of function. Now what's next? So why do we function? We can directly write the statement to perform the task, isn't it? So normally function help to break our program into smaller and modular chunks. So whenever you are writing a program for something called bigger software or bigger project, then your program may be 1,000 lines of code. So it grows larger and larger. So functions will make it more organized and manageable. Okay. So also one of the advantage of function is, suppose you have to write the same statement, same block of code multiple times. There, if you use the function methodology, if you use this concept, then you don't have to repeat your code again and again, and your code will be reusable. We will see the example what I mean by code reusable or avoids the repetition of code. I will explain them in further examples. Okay, so a function has mainly two parts. Let me also write here. I'm putting one HR tag. Then a function has two parts. One part is heading or the name of function, and another part is body of the function. Before that, let me tell you, function is to action. Action means what we can do with function. One thing we can do with the function is first function declaration. As in normal variables, we use a equals to 5. In this statement, what I have done, I have declared a variable. Similarly, first step is to declare a function or define a function. Let me write declare or define a function. So this is first step. So the second step is, after a function is defined, then we can use that function. This is normally called as invoking or calling a function. Okay, then while declaring or defining the function, it is normally two parts. One is heading, another one is body contains the statements. Okay, so let me remove the HR tag, I don't need. I will explain. So I'm doing raw and convert. Okay, so let's jump to the notepad and let me show you something related to function, then you can get a clear idea. Okay, so give me a minute. Yes, I hope now it's visible. Okay, so I want to create a function for, suppose, driving a car. Okay, so I want how to define. Let me give you the syntax. So how to define a function, we have to use the keyword called def. Then I have to write the function name. Suppose I am writing drive a car. Then you have to give this parenthesis and then colon. Inside that, just indent and write some statement, something this, something like this, and something like this. Okay, so actually I have written previously. Let me just copy and show you. Yes. So this is a function. See here, I have defined the function name as drive car, and this is the function declaration or define. So first step I need to insert the key, second step I need to start the engine, then I will use the gear, then accelerator, then brake is required. Okay, so these are the statements, individual statements. Now next time when I will say drive car, let me write drive car. I'm just writing this. I'm writing just drive car. It means I'm saying that do all these things step by step. So this is function. Suppose whenever you need to ask somebody, just insert the key, start engine, use the gear, use the accelerator, use brake. Instead of saying all these things, you can just say drive the car. Okay. So this is the syntax of function, and this is how we define a function, as well as this part is called calling a function or invoking. Okay, let me show you. Let's go to Jupyter notebook. Yes, so we are going to create our first function. Let me give, suppose, uh, what I can say, I am using def keyword is for defining, then I'm giving the function name as morning. Okay, and parenthesis colon, then just one statement. For example, I'm writing print, then good morning. Okay, now if I execute it, see here, no output come up, because here I just have defined or declared the function. I have not invoked yet. I have not called the function yet. How to call the function? Just write morning. See here, I got the output as good morning. So this is how we define function as well as invoke the function or use the function. Okay. Now let's do some interesting, what I can say, what interesting program or something realistic thing. Okay, before that let me tell you one more thing about function. In Python there are two types of function. One is user defined function, one is built-in function. So you can see I have just defined here, and now I am using here. So this is defined by me, so this is called user defined function. Let me write two types of functions. First one is user defined, and the next one is built. Built-in. Built-in means when I install Python interpreter or something called IDE, so they inbuilt by default providing some functions. So let me give some example. Okay, so you know this function, print function. From the very first day of our Python session we have been using this print function. So anywhere in the code did I declare? No, I'm just calling the function, I'm just invoking the function. So this is a built-in function, this is provided by Python itself. Similarly, what you know, this function int function, what it does, converts into integer. This is also a built-in function. You know this function len gives the length of the string or maybe list or maybe tuple. So this is also a built-in function. Okay, what else? You know this function input. If I just execute it, it will ask for input. I'm giving input as 4. So this is also a built-in function. Okay, so now I hope you got the basic idea how to use function, how to declare a function. Okay, so now let's just build something good thing. So I will say, if one person enters the time is 7 a.m., I will say good morning. If the person enters the time as 12 p.m., then I will say good afternoon. And if the person says 10 p.m. night, then I will say good night. Something like that. Okay. How to check? Just think in a logical way. I'm just taking an input. So let me take integer. And for easy way, I will take the 24-hour format. Okay. So I will ask what is the time now? what's the time, and I will add here give 24-hour format. 24, something like 17 hours 15 minutes. Okay, 24 hours format. Then I'll press a colon. Now yes, it is asking the same thing. I can give, now it's 5 means 5 a.m. in the morning. Okay, this is one thing, this is working fine. Next, what I can define varieties of function, for one for good morning, something like this. Okay, let me define here. I will just copy this thing, and paste it over here. I define good morning. Similarly, I will do for, instead of morning I can use afternoon. Afternoon, and here also let me copy and paste afternoon, good afternoon. Done. Then what's next? One for evening and one for night. Let me copy the both and paste it over here. Okay, this is for evening, 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 and this is also evening, good evening. And this is for night, night, and this is for night. Okay, now if I execute it, you can say it is asking what's the time. I'm giving, now it's 22 means 10 o'clock at night. See here, these are not executing because here I have just defined the function. I'm not calling the function yet. Now it's time to call the functions. How to call? Let me execute again. Okay, I'm giving 8 means 8 a.m. in the morning. Now I will check the condition. Okay, so what I can say, I will do something like this. If n, let me do greater than equals to 5, 5 means 5 a.m. and n is less than 12, then what I will do, I will call the morning function. Okay, morning. Okay, as soon as I call the function, the control will go here and it will just print it. Same thing I'm gonna do. Let me do elif. If n is greater than or equals to 12 and let me take till 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is 16, less than 16, it means 4 p.m. Then I will call afternoon, so it will print good afternoon. Then again I will do elif n is greater than or equals to 16, and for the night I can check till suppose 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is 20 in 24 hours format. N is less than 20, then I will say good evening. Okay, and finally I can say else. Else means rest other conditions. I will call the night function, night. Okay, now let me just cut this entire part and put it in a single box. Okay, for easy I am giving one comment out and I'm just pressing some hyphens so that I can identify which part is for what. Now let me execute. What happens? Let's check. Click on run. So it is asking what's the time. I'm saying now it is 5 a.m. So it is saying good morning. Yes, working fine. Let's check more. I'm saying it is 12. 12 means it's good afternoon. Yes, absolutely correct. Then I'm saying it's 4 p.m. that is 16. It is saying good evening. Great. and now it is asking again, let me do. Now it's 21. 21 means 9 p.m. So it is saying good night. Okay, if I give 23, it is saying good night because 23 is 11 p.m. at night. Okay, so if I say 24, it is also giving good night. But here we have one bug or error. Let me show you. You know 24 means 12 a.m. Then again starts 1, 2, 3. After 24 there is no 25. But here if I give 25 or suppose maybe 26, you are also saying good night. So this is a bug. We have to fix it. How we can fix? We can just put one if condition. First check, I will say make this if to elif, and before that let me add one more sentence. If n is greater than 24, then you can just print you have entered wrong time. Okay, this thing we can do. Now let's check. Now if I give suppose 78, so it is saying you have entered wrong time. That's great. If I give 24, it's saying good night. Now I hope you got the uh, function concept and where to use and why to use, how it helps, and also you can use function concept inside another function. See here, I am repeatedly using this box to execute again and again. What I can do, this is the group of statement. Okay, so what it is doing, it is actually greeting the user. So I can do one function, one bigger function. Inside that I'll put all these small functions as well as all the statements. I can also do that. How to do? Let me do. I'm just copying all these things and let me put some more boxes, and here I'm just pasting it, and in the starting I'm defining one more function. Suppose def greetings. This is the syntax, and put a colon. Now you have to indent everything. How to indent? Let me check. If I just select everyone and press tab, what happens? Let me check. I've selected all and pressing one single tab. Yes, now you can see it is indented. So see here, this is the heading, and this entire starting from here till the last, it is the body of this great bigger function. Okay, now it is defined. Okay, now let me go down, very down, very down. I'm going, and somewhere here I'm just calling the greetings function. See here, I'm just calling the function and execute. It is asking what is the time. I'm saying the time is now 56. So it is saying you have entered wrong time. Again I'm calling this function greetings. Now it's asking what is the time. I'm saying now it is 22. It means 10 p.m. Yes, it is saying good night. See here, this was the thing I was talking in the very beginning. This is called reusability of code. See here, I have written this code only once and or a single time, and using that code multiple times, and it avoids repetition. Suppose whenever I need greetings, I will just call this function. I will not write the entire this thing again and again. Okay, so this is the most advantage of function concept. So I hope guys you have understood this concept of function, and this is only the starting or basics of function. We will see much more in the further videos and practice more. Various things are there, and many types of other varieties of functions are also there. And that's all guys for this video. Hope you have enjoyed this and understood the concept as well. So that's all guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.